even though I live, yet not I, but Christ lives in me. And the young man said, Lord, I will stay with you if you did take this from me. If you wouldn't take that job that I had, that I loved, I was in a place to take care of my family, and you allowed me to lose that job and put me in a place where I'm struggling, making this $8, $9 an hour. And why am I here? You know, why am I here, God, when you could have gave me, opened another door for me? And God saying, well, it's somebody, he don't have to tell you nothing, but it's somebody there that he wants you to help so they can see your presence to come in front of. But you're too worried about what you care about the most. Because what you want is some money in your pocket, but not God. Oh, I don't mind going to church every Sunday, but just don't make me pay my money out in church. Don't make me give you 10% when I don't want to go buy clothes. And I want to go shopping. I want to go do the money thing. I'll throw $20 at you, but I ain't going to throw 40. Because when you will go out and spend $300 buying everything else, but you give God $20. Why that? This young man was rich, and he was worried about giving away his stuff. He didn't even hear and say, follow me. He didn't even hear and say, give up this stuff and come follow me. He was too busy worried about giving up the stuff. A lot of us don't hear God tell us to give up the stuff and follow him. How can you follow him and not be blessed? While you're worrying about giving up the stuff, you miss the blessing. What is it that you possess that you're not ready to give to God? What is it inside of you that you've been holding on to that you won't give to God? Oh, man. Now, God, I want to trust you, but I've been hurt. Then how can you be made whole? How can I live in you when you're still holding on to yourself? All those things cause us to be partial. And when God wants to use us mighty in the kingdom, he can't use us. Because we won't allow him to take us through our process. I want to be healed. But how can I receive the healing of God when I don't believe but half of it? Can I bless it? Healing ain't something you got to get. If you will receive the Spirit of God, healing is already in you. You got to call it into existence. If you receive the Spirit of Christ in you, then healing is already in you. What you got to do is activate healing. Right? Y'all got to get that. Yeah. You got to activate what's already in you. Can I tell you what I'm saying? Jesus on the cross healed us from sickness. So when the Spirit of God comes into you, you don't ask the Lord to heal me. Say, healing, but rise in me. Because it's already there. You activate it. But before if you're having a problem, you got to understand condemnation is gone now. Because you're in Christ. So if I sin and caught this sickness on the other side, then that sickness had no power where I am now in grace. I got to call it change. Somebody say change. Yeah. And that's what's going to happen to us when we don't give up all ourselves to God. That young man turned away dead. Am I right? He couldn't follow Christ because he wasn't willing to give up his possessions. And the very thing, you might be in church for a long time, but until you give it up, that thing gonna cause you to turn back sorrowful. Some of us have struggled with some things, and that very thing keeps on messing you up. You'll do good for 3 months and pop right back and mess up again. Why? Because you won't give it up. You will tell God, I'm going to give it up this time. Lord, I know I need to stop acting like this. I need to stop treating my spouse this way. I need to stop treating my child, not spending time with. I need to stop acting the way to people. You will say it with your mouth and get right back there in that place. And forget what you told God. You will forget what you told God. And turn right back to the thing you love the most. That thing that you possess, that you ain't willing to part with, it's going to hurt you the most. How do I know? When I got married, the Lord told me, he said, you married your wife. You and her got together in the flesh. When you got together with her in the flesh, you were attracted to her flesh. So whenever you would have a disagreement, your flesh hated her flesh. Because what she would say to you, and got to a place where you didn't even want to be with her because of the things that had happened. He said, but I didn't call you to be connected to her flesh. I call you to connect you with her soul. Because if I can connect you with her soul, you'll get past the flesh. You'll realize my love for her is deeper than what she got on the outside. I'm trying to get with her on the inside. She got some stuff inside of her that I'm still trying to get to right now. While y'all clapping your hands, you better hear what I said. My wife got some things in her right now that I ain't got to yet. And I want to bring it out after a while. Because I'm deeper than what I was before. I realized that it wasn't about me and what I was going through. In order for to let Christ live in me, I got to die to who I am. I got to give up everything that I got. In order to have him the way I want him, I'm willing to give up everything. Is there anybody here willing to give up everything you got to get him? I need him, and I can't make it like I am. Every day of my life, I got to die daily. I got to give up everything about me. I need him right now. I need him tomorrow. I need him the next day. I'm going through whatever I got to get to him living on the inside of me. I got to have him living here, because it's going to show up on me if I don't get to him. I'm trying to handle life my own way. I'm trying to deal with God, and whatever pleases me and ain't too bad, I'll let God do it. But when I find a place that I ain't ready to give up, I'll stop God. I got to stop that mess. I got to get to a place where it's all about God. I need him to live in me. The difference between this man here and chapter 19 of Luke, there was a man called Zacchaeus. The young ruler, he turned because he loved something more than he did God and the commandment. But Zacchaeus was waiting for the Lord. The Bible declared that when he was coming, chapter 19 of Luke, when Jesus was coming, he climbed up in a tree just so he could see Jesus. Oh boy, when you're ready and prepared for the Lord to come to your house, you'll do whatever it takes. You'll get yourself in the right place to receive him. The young man was in the wrong place, but Zacchaeus was in the right place. Even though he was small in stature, yet he was great in possession. Same kind of thing. Both of them were rich. But Zacchaeus said, Lord, if you're willing to come to my house, I'm willing to open my door. When you get willing to open your door, the door of your heart to God, God can come in and do great things when people open their heart up. Jesus said, today, Zacchaeus, I need to abide in your house. Come down behind the tree. And he hurried up and came down. He said, Lord, I need to come into your house. I'm asking you, since you asked him to come into your house, now what you going to do now that he's here now? Are you going to hold him back, or are you going to let him in? He said, make haste and get down. I need to come in your house. And Zacchaeus allowed the Lord, open his door to the Lord. And said, come in. And people were worrying about whose house Jesus was going in. They said, here he is going in this publican house, this tax collector house, which is a sinner. All right. Why are you going to go in a sinner house for? And Zacchaeus, the moment the Lord came into the house, he said, Lord, look, the half of my goods I give back to the poor. And if there be anybody that I cheated, I'm going to give back double for what I took from them. They said fourfold. What I'm trying to tell you, when you ask the Lord in your house, and I ain't talking about your natural house, I'm talking about your spiritual house. When you have asked the Lord to come into your house, when you invite him in your house, now you got to understand, if you invite him in, you got to be willing to give up everything you got in your house that's not right. You don't ask the Lord in your house and try to hold on to some stuff you know you shouldn't have in your house. When you call him into your house, you got to be willing to give up everything that's in your house that's not right. Is there anybody can say, Lord, everything in my house that's not right, God, I'm willing to give it up. I'm willing to give up everything. It don't matter about how much I need it to pay. I don't need it no more. I got you, Jesus. I don't need that man no more. I got you, Lord. I can give rid of anything. I give rid of everything that I got. Because if I got you, I got more than enough. Anybody know he's more than enough? All right. If I got him, is it him living in you or is it still you? You got to ask yourself that question. Is it him or is it you? Look at the neighbor and say, is it him in you? Or is it still you? That's the question being asked. God asks us that question through Christ. Is it me living in you? Or is it still you? You telling people all the time that Christ is in me. But who really lives? Yes, the soul living, but my spirit is going to be living inside me. Are you letting me live in you? Or are you trying to live with me? Because when you're trying to live with me, you want to stop me from the process that I'm trying to get you to die to. When you're trying to live, the very thing you care the most about, you want to stop me right here. And you think you're doing something. Now we're going to prolong the process of the glory I should get out of you. Zacchaeus said, Lord, now that you asked me to come in my house, in my spirit, in my soul, in my heart, Lord, I'm not going to hinder you. I'm not going to frustrate the grace of God. Oh, you to see, I read verse 21. The Bible said do not frustrate the grace of God. If you ask me to come in, then let me live inside of you.